Have you ever looked in the mirror, wearing a color you used to love, and suddenly, it just doesn't feel like you anymore? The blouse that once lit up your face now leaves you looking tired. That soft pastel scarf that used to bring compliments? Now it seems to pull your skin downward, and you start to wonder, what changed? Here's the truth. After 60, your skin begins to soften. Your undertones shift. Hair lightens, whether to silver, white, or a soft salt and pepper. And with that, your natural contrast fades. But this isn't a loss. It's a transformation, one that calls for a fresh perspective, not just in how you see yourself, but in how you choose to be seen. You haven't faded, you've evolved, and the colors that once matched who you were may not reflect who you are now. That's why color matters more than ever at this stage in life, because it's not just about fashion, it's about feeling alive in your skin, vibrant in your presence, and deeply seen by the world around you. In this video, we'll uncover 4 colors that may be quietly draining your glow. And more importantly, I'll show you what to wear instead. These swaps are gentle, beautiful, and easy to try. But the impact? Remarkable. When you wear the right tones, you don't just look refreshed. You feel lifted. Your features soften. Your eyes brighten. And the woman in the mirror starts to look a little more like you again. Not who you were 20 years ago, but who you are now. Present, radiant, unmistakably yourself. Let's get started. Part 1. Icy white. Swap for ivory or pearl. White feels elegant, fresh, timeless. For decades, it's likely been a staple in your closet. A crisp white blouse, a clean white jacket, that go-to top that felt like a breath of air on your skin. White has long been associated with sophistication and grace. But here's the gentle truth. After 60, not all whites are created equal. Stark, icy white, the kind that looks almost bluish or paper bright, can actually work against you. It's too sharp, too cold, and it doesn't play kindly with the softened tones of mature skin. It reflects light away from your face instead of into it, and that has subtle but powerful effects. You may notice your features start to look more angular, your complexion duller, or your hair more washed out. Icy white creates hard edges, and when our natural contrast fades with age, those hard edges can age us faster than we realize. Think about it. As we age, our skin loses some of its warmth and elasticity. The delicate flush we once had in our cheeks may soften. Silver or white hair introduces a cooler tone overall. When you add icy white on top of that, it creates too much separation, too much cool without enough balance. What you end up with is a look that feels stark, drained, and overly clinical. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you have to give up white entirely. The magic lies in choosing the right kind of white. Swap icy white for ivory, pearl, or soft cream. These versions of white still feel clean and refined, but they carry a whisper of warmth. That hint of yellow or gold in the undertone makes all the difference. It gently bounces light onto your skin, softens the way shadows fall across your face, and adds a sense of vitality that feels natural and quietly radiant. Ivory flatters almost every skin tone. Pearl, with its subtle glow, adds a delicate luminosity that reflects beautifully in natural light. Soft cream warms your overall look without overpowering, especially if your hair has transitioned to silver, white, or salt and pepper. One of the simplest ways to make this shift is to start with what frames your face, your neckline. A blouse in ivory, worn under a cardigan, a pearl-toned scarf, even an off-white collar peeking out from under a blazer. These details change the way your features are perceived. Pair them with soft gold or pearl earrings, and you've created a gentle frame that uplifts you rather than drains you. It's a subtle change, but when you wear the right white, people don't ask if you're tired. They say, "You look rested," or "Something about you is glowing today." And most importantly, you feel it too. So the next time you reach for crisp white, pause. Hold it up to your face in natural daylight. Then try ivory beside it. Notice what happens, not just in how you look, but in how you feel. This is what color should do after 60. Not demand attention, but restore connection between how you appear and who you truly are. Part 2. Faded beige. Swap for camel or almond. Beige has long been considered a wardrobe staple. It's safe, it's neutral, it goes with everything. We've been taught that beige is timeless, elegant, and appropriate for all occasions, from work to weekend, from casual to classic. But here's the quiet truth no one tells you. Beige, especially faded or washed out beige, can quietly make you disappear. On mature skin, beige often blends in too closely, and that's where the problem lies. When your top matches your skin too precisely, your face loses its frame. Your natural glow gets swallowed up. There's no lift, no definition, no focal point, and suddenly, you feel invisible. Even when your hair is done, your makeup's on, and your posture is strong, something just feels flat. This is especially true if your hair has gone silver, white, or salt and pepper. Beige tones can sit right between your hair and your skin, offering no contrast to either. The result? A washed-out look that doesn't reflect your vitality or your personality. But it doesn't have to be this way. You don't need to abandon neutrals. You simply need to shift toward warmer, deeper versions that create gentle contrast, support your skin tone, and bring your presence back into focus. Enter camel, almond, and warm taupe. Camel is a rich, golden neutral that brings instant warmth to your complexion. It softens fine lines and reflects beautifully against silver or gray hair. Almond is a slightly lighter option with a creamy depth that flatters both cool and warm undertones. And warm taupe offers an earthiness that feels grounded, luxurious, and quietly confident. These tones are still neutral. They're still versatile. But unlike faded beige, they elevate you instead of blending you away. Try swapping a beige sweater for a camel one and notice how your features seem clearer, your skin more radiant. Replace a tired beige blouse with an almond-toned version, and suddenly, you don't look like you're wearing a safe color. You look like you're wearing your color. Even small changes can have a big effect. A camel scarf draped near your face, a warm-toned jacket layered over ivory. These pieces don't shout, they don't overwhelm, but they bring definition and life back to your appearance in a way that beige never could. And here's something else worth noting. When you wear a warm neutral that suits you, your energy shifts too. You stand taller, you feel more polished, you catch your own reflection and smile, not because you're trying to impress, but because you feel like yourself again. So the next time you find yourself reaching for that old reliable beige cardigan, pause. Ask yourself, does this serve me now, or is it simply familiar? Because you've earned the right to be seen, fully, clearly, warmly. And you deserve colors that don't just go with everything. You deserve colors that go with you. Part 3. Pastel blue. Swap for slate or soft navy. Pastel blue looks sweet. It feels serene, familiar, maybe even comforting. It's the kind of shade that reminds you of spring mornings, delicate china, or a baby's blanket. It's soft, it's light, it's gentle. And on the surface, it seems like a safe, flattering choice, especially for women who don't want to wear loud colors. But pastel blue, particularly those pale, powdery, cool-toned versions, can quietly drain your presence. The softness that once felt elegant may now leave you looking pale, even slightly gray. That baby blue blouse you loved in your 40s? It might now make your skin look washed out or emphasize undertones you never noticed before. It's not that you changed in a bad way, it's that your coloring evolved, and the colors you wear need to meet you there. Here's what happens. Pastel blue lacks depth. It doesn't bring enough richness to the face. It can exaggerate sallowness or uneven skin tone. Worse, it tends to clash subtly with silver or white hair. Instead of enhancing the hair's shine, it can actually make it appear dull or yellowed. And because pastel blue is so light, it often creates too little contrast between your clothing and your skin, especially if your skin has cooled with age. The result? You lose dimension. Your features seem to blur. You feel invisible, but you don't need to give up blue, not even close. Instead, shift from pastel blue to deeper, more refined alternatives like slate blue, soft navy, or steel blue. These shades are still calm, still elegant, but they bring a quiet power that pastel blue simply can't. They have enough depth to frame your face and enough softness to complement mature skin. They also harmonize beautifully with gray or white hair, echoing the silver rather than fighting it. Slate blue has a touch of gray, making it moody and sophisticated without being heavy. It's a perfect base for scarves, knit tops, or jackets. Soft navy is a classic, timeless, chic, and universally flattering. It doesn't shout the way true navy sometimes can. And steel blue, with its cooler undertone, provides richness without coldness. Perfect for bringing clarity to your skin tone and brightness to your eyes. Try one of these colors as a blouse under a cream cardigan, or wear a slate blue scarf near your neckline and watch your skin appear smoother, your eyes a little brighter. Even a pair of earrings or a pendant in deep blue tones can pull light into your face in just the right way. And if you still love that baby blue shade, don't toss it. Just keep it away from your face. Wear it in a handbag, a skirt, a detail in a print. Let it be the background, not the spotlight, because the spotlight should be you. And these richer blues? They don't just flatter. They frame your wisdom, your softness, and your quiet strength, without ever asking you to be louder than you are. Part 4. Pale Peach. Swap for warm coral or rosewood. Pale peach may feel soft, gentle, approachable. It's the kind of color that whispers rather than shouts. The kind many of us reach for when we want something feminine, understated, and flattering. But here's the honest truth. On mature skin, pale peach can quietly work against you. What once gave your skin a delicate flush can now leave you looking faded. Instead of adding warmth, it can highlight dullness, especially around the neckline, where skin tends to lose elasticity and tone. That peachy blouse you used to love? It may now offer no contrast, no structure, just a vague blur that fades into your chest, leaving your face looking flat and tired. Pale peach is often too light to define, too powdery to lift. It can emphasize sallowness or uneven pigment, and in many cases, it gets lost entirely next to silver or white hair. And because it sits so close to the natural shade of mature skin, it doesn't frame you. It blends you into the background. But here's the good news. You don't have to abandon this warm, joyful color family. You just need to go deeper, richer, more alive. Enter warm coral, rosewood, and terracotta. These colors carry the same warmth and femininity as peach, but with far more depth and presence. They lift your features. They bring out the natural blush in your skin. They highlight your lips, brighten your eyes, and give you that just back from vacation look, even if you've only been to the garden and back. Warm coral is playful and fresh, a perfect tone for scarves, knit tops, or even a lip color. It adds energy without shouting and looks especially beautiful on fair or neutral skin tones. Rosewood is a little more grounded. Think of it as peach's wiser, more refined sister. It's perfect for blouses, cardigans, or dresses where you want to feel both soft and powerful. Rosewood pairs beautifully with soft gray, ivory, or camel, and adds warmth without heaviness. Terracotta is earthy, elegant, and unexpectedly flattering. With a hint of orange and brown, it anchors your look and adds radiance, particularly if your skin has olive or golden undertones. These colors also pair beautifully with makeup: a soft rosewood lipstick, a warm coral blush, a subtle wash of color across your cheeks and lips that ties your whole look together, harmonizing your outfit, your skin, and your presence. If you're not sure where to begin, start with accessories. A coral-toned scarf, a rosewood pendant, even nail polish in these shades can create a visual lift that others will notice, even if they don't know quite why. Because the truth is, color speaks before you do. And the right shade doesn't just flatter. It reflects your energy, your warmth, your aliveness. Pale peach might feel safe, but warm coral and rosewood? They say, I'm still blooming. Part 5. The Psychology of Color. After 60, color isn't just about style. It's about how you show up in the world, even before you say a word. By the time we reach 60, we've worn every trend, followed every rule, and carried every version of ourselves. We've dressed for work, for family, for approval. But now is the time to dress for presence, for energy, for you. And that's where color becomes more than fashion. It becomes a form of quiet truth. What you wear can either reflect your inner light or dim it. And unfortunately, many women over 60 are encouraged to fade, to wear safe tones, soft neutrals, muted grays. But here's the thing. We are not meant to fade. We are meant to evolve. Your wardrobe isn't just fabric. It's voice. It's expression. It says how you feel about yourself and how you expect the world to treat you. So when you wear a rich plum blouse or a rose-toned scarf or a warm gold pendant against your skin, you're not just matching colors. You're telling the world something subtle but powerful. I still have warmth. I still have light. I still deserve to be seen. After 60, you don't need to dress to impress, but you do deserve to dress in ways that reflect how much depth you carry now. Calm, radiant, wise. The way soft lavender soothes the eye, or how rosewood adds elegance without force. The way a gentle teal brings out your eyes, or how gold lifts your whole face like sunlight. These aren't just beautiful colors. They're emotional mirrors, reminders of the parts of you that have matured, softened, strengthened. Color becomes your silent companion. The glow that enters the room with you, the softness that wraps around your shoulders, the warmth you share, without saying a word. So as you open your closet this week, ask yourself a different kind of question. Not, does this match? But, does this reflect who I am now? And when the answer is yes, you won't just look good. You'll feel quietly powerful, authentically present, and unmistakably yourself. Part 6. How to place color for maximum lift. You don't need a whole new wardrobe, truly. You don't. Most women think that in order to feel refreshed, they have to start over. But in reality, what you need is much simpler. Just a new way to frame your light. Color is powerful. Yes, but where you place it, that's where the magic truly lives. Especially after 60, when our natural contrast softens and our skin becomes more delicate. What you wear near your face makes the biggest difference of all. Think about it. Your neckline, your collar, your earrings, your glasses frame, even a scarf tied gently around your neck. These areas are where light meets skin, where people's eyes are naturally drawn, where your energy, your emotion, your radiance gathers and speaks, even before you say a word. This is why color placement matters so much. Wearing the right shade in the right spot can lift your whole face. It can soften shadows, add warmth to your cheeks, and make your eyes sparkle like they used to. So here's a simple shift. Keep your richest, most flattering tones near your face. Think dusty rose, teal, warm ivory, soft navy, or muted coral. These colors work with the natural softness of mature skin and reflect light upward, illuminating your features with elegance, not overwhelm. Let your neutrals, the blacks, the beiges, the grays, live in your pants, skirts, or outer layers. They're still useful, still stylish. But they don't belong where your soul speaks. And if you're unsure where to start, begin small. Try a scarf in rosewood, a blouse in slate blue, a lipstick that mirrors your natural blush, a pair of gold earrings to frame your smile. These are not grand gestures, but they create a quiet lift that others will see, and more importantly, that you will feel. You don't have to wear bold color to be visible. You just need color that loves you back. Let your face, your light, come first. You haven't lost your glow. It's not gone. It didn't disappear with the birthdays, or the silver in your hair, or the softening of your skin. No. It's still there, just beneath the surface, waiting for the right light, the right color, the right moment to shine again. Because radiance isn't about youth, it's about presence. And after 60, your presence carries weight, wisdom, softness, strength, all at once. You don't need to dress to be noticed, but you deserve to dress in a way that reflects the life you've lived and the light you still carry. So here's my gentle invitation. This week, try replacing just one safe color, one old standby that blends you into the background, with a tone that brings you forward. Maybe it's trading beige for camel. Maybe it's replacing baby pink with rose, or wearing ivory instead of harsh white near your face. Then look in the mirror and really see yourself. Not who you were, not who they told you to be, but the woman you are now, fully alive, fully here. And I'd love to hear about it. What color are you most excited to try? What surprised you when you made the switch? Drop your story in the comments below, because when one woman shares her light, it helps another woman remember her own. And if this video lifted your spirit, even just a little, I invite you to like, subscribe, and stay with us. This channel is for women who are rewriting what beauty looks like after 60, not by chasing youth, but by celebrating elegance, confidence, and depth. Because we don't fade with age, we refine, and we deserve to shine.